Hello, my name is Bobby Benton, aka Serendipitously Bobby, and welcome to Life Essentials, the Self-Healer's Journey podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Life Essentials, the Self-Healer's Journey podcast. I am Bobby Benton, aka Serendipitously Bobby, and I am the host. And guys, tonight you are in for a treat. We have the beautiful Miss Angeline Fleming joining me. So to get started, I'm going to read her beautiful bio for you guys. So Angeline works with adolescents 16 and up, men and women of all ages, providing individual therapy and group therapy with an emphasis on self-awareness, emotional regulation, and coping skills. Angeline treats people who experience symptoms of substance use disorder, anxiety, depression, identity concerns, life adjustment difficulties, stress management, mood disorders, and career concerns. Angeline is well-versed in assisting people with finding a path to peace and joy through a variety of modalities, including but not limited to cognitive behavioral therapy, emotion-focused therapy, solution-focused therapy, motivational interviewing, didactical behavior or DBT therapy, and Christian-focused therapy. Angeline feels that navigating through today's world is difficult under the best circumstances. Why do it alone? I agree. Finding a therapist that one can connect with to assist in navigating these tough waters is and will be one of the best investments one can make. Having joy and peace is essential to living a balanced and healthy life. Yes, it is. So, welcome to the show, Angie.
Thank you.
This has been a long time coming.
I know, right?
Yes, I am just excited to have you here.
Yeah.
Angie is, I look at you like a sister to me. Like, you just have been, I'm going to say, very wise counsel. So I appreciate you being here and just sharing your journey. Guys, it's called To the Hard Way, so brace yourself. So tonight, guys, Angie and I are going to be talking about just healing, like, after divorce. She is going to share her healing journey, and just brace yourself and prepare yourself. She going to get deep and she going to educate y'all, and I'm looking forward to it. So, Angie, just jump right on in and just tell me, where did it all begin for you?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Let's go back to the beginning. So,
Okay.
I originally got married the first time. So, I'm on my, actually my second divorce. And a lot of people don't know that. But in the process of going through a second divorce, I got married the first time to my first husband. We were married for 12 years, close to 12 years. And we were together for a solid 9 of those years and then separated for a few years. And I think that one almost took me out.
Oh.
Because that one, both are hard, both were difficult. But you know how they say your first love is your first love. And so my first love was my first love, and just walked through that journey. It was ups and downs, and we both were kind of young, but not too young to know what we was doing, but not too old to know what not to do.
Yeah.
And we kind of did everything not to do.
Yeah.
And at a portion in my life, I really did blame him for a lot of stuff. And on my healing journey, I came to understand that I can't really blame him for a lot of stuff. I have to look inside and figure out where I went wrong and the things that I did wrong, and recognize how even the things that I did wrong led to some of his wrongs.
Yeah.
And so that part of it was the hardest part. That long look in the mirror that says, girl, you got some stuff going on here.
The accountability piece.
Girl, that part. That part was the part that said, face the mirror, learn about yourself, take accountability for who you are, learn from your mistakes, and then grow from it. And then don't do it again. But then the don't do it again part was the hardest part.
Cause new challenge, you know?
New challenge. challenge, right? So then in 2020, I got married again in COVID. And so going through that and recognizing I wasn't completely healed from the first marriage, and then owning that portion of it for myself, and then recognizing because I wasn't completely healed, I picked out of being unhealed.
Yeah.
And understanding that portion of it, and then now I'm back in the mirror again, like, hey, girl, you done did this twice.
Yeah.
Like, okay, girl, now you got to really take some time and heal so you don't make the same mistake again. And not that they were mistakes, because I love both my husbands. I still love both my husbands to this day, like for different reasons. I have a son with my first husband, and we had a good relationship for the time that we had a good relationship. It was some tumultuous times in there, but for the time that we had a good relationship, we had a good relationship, and he's an excellent father to my son. I could not have picked a better father. My son looks at his dad with like great open eyes. I have nothing bad to say about him anymore.
We're going to talk about that.
I used to have terrible things to say about him. But when I took a look in the mirror and realized my own faults and my own ways, I have nothing bad to say about him anymore. And so then my second husband, he taught me how to be me unapologetically.
Yes.
Like, just be you, no matter what title you hold, no matter how many degrees you hold, no matter what positions you have to sit in, authentically, unapologetically, be you and be okay with all of that. And so learning that and getting that freedom from him, I can never say anything bad about him either again.
But see, now let's go back to that though. That's how the healing part, that's how you know you on the right journey.
Right.
Is when you, for one, you accountability.
Exactly.
And then when you can forgive, and I don't think you ever let go or we ever let go of that, but it's like you kind of just forgive and just move on. And like you said, I wasn't always the,
Because on the outside looking in, right, I was the, right, on the outside looking in between both, I was the, like, I'm the one with the degree. I'm the mental health professional. I'm the one who is actively in church. I'm the pastor of women's ministry. I was the.
You was the
But, and they weren't the. And so, but once you get behind those doors and you realize, girl, you got some stuff. Like, and stop facing them and making them your mirror.
Yeah.
And facing yourself.
Yeah.
Then you able to go a little further in life. And it is a journey. Like, you don't get over it. Like, I hate when people say that. Get over it. Get over what?
Yeah.
Get over my life?
Yeah.
Get over the things that made me this way? Get over all the trauma from the past? Like, no, you don't get over. You heal, you don't get healed. Because when I hear women say, I'm healed. No,
you ain't.
No, you're not. And the minute you think you healed, you are unhealed.
Yeah.
Even more than the person who says, I'm healing.
Yeah.
Because it's a journey.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, I ain't never been on a journey that I arrived.
Yeah.
I'm forever journeying.
I'm with you. I'm forever journeying.
Forever on the journey.
Yeah, forever on it. And so I like how you said you did not take anything away from him being a good father.
No.
So that right there, I really give you kudos for that, because a lot of times women try to take away, like, because if he ain't nothing, then, it's all the way around, and it kind of helps them stay in victim mode and, and make him the bad guy. So, but I'm with you on that. So.
Yeah, no, I can't. The father, hands down, I get a man a trophy every day. Because my son, anytime your child looks at their dad and says, oh, that's my hero.
Yeah.
And who you want to be like in your life, it's my dad.
Yeah.
A lot of women make the mistakes of stepping into that space where I don't get involved, like, in their relationship at all. As long as he don't bring him no harm, I stay out the way. And harm is not a whooping.
Yeah.
Harm is not discipline. As long as he don't punch my son in the face, I'm out the way. Because that their relationship is not my relationship. And it's hard enough to cultivate a relationship with your children on your own that you don't need to be involved. And so I learned a long time ago, get out the way from that. I attribute that to my mom. Because no matter what my dad did, no matter where he was, get out the way of that relationship that's between you and your daddy.
And that, ladies, that's wisdom right there. No, seriously, because a lot of times women, or I know for myself, just helicoptering, making sure, but it's like when you helicopter too much, or you're not giving the father a chance to step up. And a lot of times when the relationships are toxic, what I'm learning and seeing is that if the woman is like you said, got degrees, got this, got that, got all her ducks in a row, she gets a man that is not on her level, and it's like subconsciously it's so that she can kind of the power dynamic, and don't even realize it.
Don't even realize
it. And it's like he may act jealous, whatever, but it's like women can lord and throw, well, I got to agree on this in the man's face, and then it's like, well, now you hitting him in his ego too, but then that lets you know he need to heal. It's like sometimes we just need to take our intelligence and just sit down somewhere and let him be a man instead of trying to tell him how to be. He is a man. He knows how to,
Absolutely. That toxic femininity.
Yeah. And what's his name? Stefan Labussier. So he was doing an interview, and this lady was interviewing. She asked him about toxic masculinity, and she said, "What do you think about toxic masculinity?" He said, "There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. There is toxicity, people who are unhealed." He said, "So you can be masculine, you're just unhealed. You can be feminine and just be unhealed, but it's not toxic masculinity. It is this person is unhealed." Right. I was like, I like the way he said that. Instead of just generalizing and saying,
I believe there's both.
Yeah.
I believe both can be true, because I like what he's saying, because there is just toxicity. Yeah. Right? But then there's a space in life that says, I utilize my femininity in a very toxic way. As well as men can
manipulating.
That manipulation tactic, right? And so when you utilize your femininity in a toxic way, it can't be anything but toxic femininity, because no man can replicate that. So we have to be careful that as women, as we grow and we do things, and not that I wouldn't even say they weren't on my level per se, because they brought their own things to the relationship. My first husband was an excellent provider, like excellent provider. It's just that, and the problem is not being leveled. For me, is yoked, being equally yoked, and it goes beyond spirituality. Spirituality is the nucleus, right? Because I would be remiss if I was a pastor and say spirituality didn't create the nucleus. Spirituality is the nucleus. We have to serve the same greater, higher power in order for us to even come to an understanding on how to live life, right? Because the way I live life as a Christian woman is going to be very different from the way an atheist man is going to live life. So that's the nucleus, right? That's the core of it. But then there's 6 areas that we also have to be balanced in. Financially, relationships. We have to be balanced in professionalism. And we separate financial from professional. We'll talk about that later. But financial and professional are not the same thing. I can absolutely love my job and not make enough money. And I can make a ton of money and hate my job. And both are going to cause problems in the relationship. So, and then you got to look at, so we talked about financially, relationships, spiritually, mentally. If I'm going to therapy and you're not, we're going to have a problem. Because eventually I'm going to grow and start seeing things differently and looking at things differently, and you're not. Right? And so then we have to look at physicality. If you work out 10 days a week, I'm not the girl. Not it. Like, if you're a guy who is about that gym life and I'm sitting around like, not today.
I mean, some cookies.
We're going to have a problem. And my schedule is not about that gym life. Because right now I'm building some stuff. So in that building process, I got to get in that little freedom time or fix my food a little different. But if you keto friendly, I'm not your girl. I'm not, like, it's just, and so we got to understand that. So then it's spiritual health, right? So if we look at all 6 of those areas, and not that they have to be perfectly aligned, but they got to be in the same ballpark. You know.
What else? You said this, love. What's your love?
I don't necessarily think that we have to be in love. as women, I think it's better for us not to be in love. I think it's better for us to love and grow to be in love, especially in the beginning stages of a relationship. And so I don't necessarily, love is not necessarily in my wheelhouse, more understanding and getting the understanding and having an idea of where our yokeness lays than love.
Yeah, that's how arranged marriages are. Because they're aligning them with, like you said, those 6, 7, 8, it's the whole list. Your nails are pretty. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
But so they're aligning them with those other things, and then they grow into love. Because you got to wake up every day to decide to love your partner.
Yes, and some days it's harder than others.
Yeah.
Because so I remember one time at one point in one of my marriages, I won't say which one, I woke up and was like, why is he breathing like that? Like, it's one more breath like that. Like this is not, So if you have a moment where you wake up and you're like, why are you breathing like that? You got to make a decision at that moment. Am I really about to focus on this breath, or am I going to focus on the fact that me and this human have an understanding on how to live life? But when you don't have that understanding, every breath.
Yeah, you want to take it away.
At least you feel it like, wait, did he breathe again? Like, no.
You ain't dead yet. No, I'm joking, y'all.
We know it, Bobby would never want that.
No, but that is so, like, I know for me, I don't know if some of y'all know this too, I've divorced twice too. I know for me, I always married for love. And always had that fairy tale.
Oh, yeah.
I love the princesses, all that, and that's what I always wanted. And I just I was always attracted to the avoidant. But that was me going and operating in my wounding, instead of getting with somebody who actually likes me, And so it's those, I'm working on not having love goggles on if I ever enter back into the dating world. But I don't want love goggles anymore.
No, and one of the things we talk about in therapy I talk about with women, especially young women who are dating and learning to date, we gotta stop touching so soon, because it becomes lust goggles over love goggles.
Yeah.
And those are worse goggles, because we don't even see no more when we put those goggles on.
Yeah.
And so I tell them all the time, like, y'all talk about Steve Harvey with that 90-day rule. I'm talking about 180. Like,
girl,
take that and roll with it. Especially like at my big age, we got to go past that. I was talking to my mom, and she's like, well, would you ever want to get married again? And I was like, really, the only reason I would want to get married again is because I'm old enough to have touched before and too young to not want to touch again. Yeah. And so because of that, because of the life that I live and the spiritual road that I go down, I will want to get married again, because I can't just accept a lifestyle of we just go touch every now and then, like, and pray that God forgive us later. Like, I can't accept that lifestyle and stand in a space and say, ladies, let's not do this.
Yeah.
Because then I'm a hypocrite, and we'll need another one of those in the pulpit.
Yes.
So
yes.
I can't do that. I can't sit in that space. So because of that, and because I know who I'm called to be, I will get married again one day. But baby, I don't know when. Because this journey of healing that I'm on right now, and this process that I'm going through, I don't want it enough to touch.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm deep in it. I'm with you. Yeah, this is, let's just say this is the longest I've not had a touching relationship.
I can dig it.
But you know what? During that time, it's like I got to, I'm going to say, break a lot of soul ties, connections. And I don't even see like those connections, or like when you are being intimate with somebody, you are becoming attached to that person. That's why we're not supposed to be having sex before marriage, because we done imprinted on this person.
Exactly.
So it's like, I'm gonna say, the last few years has been a major detox for me, and it opened my eyes to see people for who they truly are, and not even like those people like that anymore. Like, honestly disgusted. Like, people you thought was so fine, so whatever, you like, ugh. Yeah.
Because then you realize, like, I mean, and it goes beyond physical, right? Because now you're able to pay attention to all 6 of those areas.
Yes. Yep.
Like, oh no, you use money as a necessity, and I'm viewing money as a commodity, and now I can take this money and start investing with it. And you like, oh, we got $5 extra. Let me go buy a Happy Meal. Yeah. No, we not buying no Happy Meals until we get 4 houses.
Yeah.
Like, that's when we about Happy Meals.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you think like that and you have a differences of opinions on finances, you know, I work a lot. I mean, if anybody knows me, they know I start work at 5 a.m. And I don't finish seeing clients until 8 p.m. Adding another human to that spectrum right now.
Yep.
And then talking about extra stuff. No, like a man calling me talking about, well, you feel like cooking?
What?
But if that's my physiological response, if that was my response, I'm not ready.
Yeah.
And we got to know that, right? We got to know that we're not ready to bring another person into that space. If they call and say, hey, you feel like cooking? And you like, what?
Okay, let's unpack that though. Hold on, I got to talk about this. Because I'm one of those people who believe that it's not a woman's job to just be the only one that cook or clean or do those things. Like, these are life skills that everybody needs to know how to do. And I'm going to always be like, ugh, when it comes to cooking, because I don't enjoy it one bit.
Let's unpack it though.
Yes.
Do you believe that he should take care of the home as far as financially?
Not in this day and age, not 100% if that's not his.
What's the percentage? Because we got to unpack it. This is what equally yoked look like, right?
Well, I put it
because
in a
we don't
pot.
have these conversations. What's the percentage when we think about it?
I don't even have a percent. So, okay, this is my philosophy with that.
Okay.
One of my marriages, I made double the income. And so, but we put all our money in one pot. It wasn't my money, his money. We had separate accounts. We put everything in one pot. But he got out there and he did hustle, whatever, to bring whatever extra we needed. But it was our money. It was never just, you know. And so I was cool. I'm not one of those women who has to have a man take care of me. But if it came down to it, I need to know he has me like I have him. Right. And so he did show me that he had me, but it was only for a short time because he was like, you got to get a job. For the first time in my life, I didn't work for 6 whole months. He was like, you got to get a job. But I don't view it like most women, like, I want a man to take care of me, this, that, and the other. I want a man that's financially responsible with what he makes and somebody that's going to save. And that's my money, or no, it's out that understands it's our money. Right. So that's my philosophy on that. Now, if he want to take care of me and tell me that I can keep my money, I'm not going to say no. But you know,
but that kind of man who is going to take care of you and tell you to keep your money is going to require some domestic things.
Oh, but I'm gonna have my business. But see, that's my thing too, though, is that I don't ever want to be a housewife.
Right, but then that's where the understanding has to come in.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be a housewife ever again. I was a housewife before.
Yeah, and I hated it.
I did not enjoy it. But so I don't want to do that again. However, if I am a Christian woman and I'm looking to marry a Christian man who has traditional Christian beliefs, then he's going to want a home-cooked meal. Now, I'm going to have to either get to a space where I am okay with cooking that meal, or I'm going to have to say, hey, I can cook this many days a week to get an understanding. But that's where equally yokedness comes in, because he's going to have to be okay with cooking the other days, because I'm not going to stop working.
And conversations like that aren't had up
They are
front.
not had. So we see women all over Facebook talking about, we need the men of the old to take care of me. But then you want to keep this job. Working 13 hours a week. That's feminine toxicity. That's that feminine toxicity that I'm talking about. Because you can't have both. You can have a career and you can be a career woman, but you also have to be domestic if you want him to take care of you. However, men also be like, I want the woman who is this, this, and this. sir, you can't afford to buy me out of box.
That be the main ones talking.
Right, but that too, you can't have, one butt can't sit on two seats.
Yeah.
Right, so then you have to be able to buy. I've always told my second husband, I want to choose to work.
Mm-hmm.
He always made it where I could choose to work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that also created a space where when I did choose to work, I was frustrated
Mm-hmm.
because I did make a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was frustrated because we didn't view money the same.
Mm-hmm.
So then there was a frustration there too.
Yeah. That's a biggie. Money is like one of the main reasons a lot of people divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah, like I said, it's like a thin line too, though, right? Because because I want to be able to choose to do certain things, but then because I did make a certain level of money, all of that had to balance out together.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but not having that understanding in the beginning is what created a space, or not being equally yoked.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't marry a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That's on me. Because I'm the one who professes to be a Christian, so I have to be the one who professes the mandate of sticking to the role of marrying a Christian.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad at him for him being him, but it took a minute to get there.
And because you knew right off rip. That's the thing too, it's like, that's where the accountability comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so nobody deserves to be victimized at all.
At all.
Nobody. However, if you see certain things and you choose to move forward,
That's on you.
that's on you. You don't put yourself in that situation. Now, if the person is hoodwinking and bamboozling you,
Exactly.
that's different.
Exactly.
Now, some people can keep their representative going for years.
Yes.
And then, now those people, okay, so she thinking she got Mr. Wonderful here the whole time he's Satan.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have, like, the people in my life, I seen red flags. But because I was operating in my wounding and I wanted to be loved and I thought they could, I was going to make them love me. I was going to change them.
Yes.
But no. So, but that was on me. So the things they did within that was, I didn't deserve that. But I did see who they were and I chose to look past it because I wanted what I wanted.
Right.
So.
And most of the time when we do that, right, when we're operating in our wounding, we're trying to fix the first wounder.
Yep.
Which is typically our fathers or our mothers or somewhere in that sense.
Yep.
We're trying to fix the first wounder. Well, we got to stop repairing broken streets. Like, let the people who do that.
Yeah.
and fix yourself. Like,
yeah.
And so, it took us 2 times to figure that out, but now we got it. And so we on the journey of doing it. But yeah, we got to stop fixing, calling ourselves fixing stuff.
Yeah, I'm so over it.
It's not our job.
I'm so over it. So when I started dating after my second divorce, I started dating, and I've learned a lot of things about myself during this journey. Like, I'm not the type of woman that can I get attached to people. So I'm not one that's gonna be jumping from person to person because I attach easily. And then it's like, I know that I'm one that I can't have nobody that's always out clubbing or things. It's like I'm learning these things like, okay, so I didn't enjoy that before. And I know, like for me, celibacy, I'm 3 years in, y'all. I'm doing good. So it's like, to me, the first year, that was hard. But during my dating phase after, I was like, I don't like this. This is not, like, I know one day I do want to get married again. And part of it is because I don't want to be sleeping around. I want my own person.
Right.
Saturday morning, if you watch cartoons, lay up.
Right.
Screw all weekend. No. But, it's like I'm learning for myself. And, like, being alone is, to me, the best healing that you can do if you really love yourself is be alone.
It is. Because you got to really grow to love yourself in that space. You got to grow first to trust God. Like, you got to get to a space where you're trusting your greater higher power. Like, in that space, you got to figure out what that is, what that looks like. And sometimes that's a solitude. That's a solitary walk. Like it's nobody else can teach you how to do that. And then once you do that, my therapist likes to call it write your 10 commandments of dating, right? Because these are the agreements that you need to have before you even get into a space of dating. So you got to have those agreements with yourself. Can you even fulfill what you're asking for?
Yep.
So, she said, write your 10 commandments. So I have like 5 hit list questions whenever I get to dating again. I'm not dating right now because my divorce is completely final. So, but whenever I get to a space of dating, I got my 5 hit list. Like my son's 17 and going to college. I'm not dating nobody with no little kids.
Girl.
I can't be the babysitter.
Yeah.
Do you love your career? Because if you don't, you're not going to understand how I love mine.
Yes.
You're not going to understand how I can start at 5 and end at 8 and still be happy. Right? So you got to love yours, not maybe the way I love mine, but you got to love yours. Are you satisfied with your education level? He ain't got to have a doctoral degree, but he surely should be close in proximity, because then he's going to have as much to lose as you. These medical licenses ain't no joke to lose. And so that type of stuff, like you gotta, it's all these things rolled up in one. Like I said, those 6 areas, they mean everything for me. So when I start dating, I'm gonna give him that little balance wheel. Like, here, fill that out.
I can see your butt.
I'm gonna do a 3rd date. Hey, fill this out. I ain't got time to waste. I'm big age.
Getting no younger.
I'm big age.
And you know what? What is that? I forgot, what's his name? Ace Metaphors cards. My daughter does. Give my cards back, Jenna. My daughter has my cards. But those cards ask great questions. And it's like, I've learned too, like a lot of times people are scared to ask those hard questions because they start getting the answers and they don't align with what they truly want. Then they're like, dang, I'm gonna be alone. It is okay to be alone.
And that's the part, all right? We got to get to a space where we're okay with being by ourselves.
Yep.
And that's okay. Like, I'm not this person who says that I want to spend the rest of my life alone. That's not where I want to be. But I'm also not the person that's saying I want somebody or something so bad that I'm willing to give up what I believe again.
Yes.
For it. I can't do that no more.
Yeah, because you lost yourself.
Absolutely. Because when you lose what you attach to and what you believe in, you lose yourself, and then you can't even show up in other areas appropriately.
Yep.
I can't maintain my motherhood appropriately. I can't maintain any of these careers appropriately. So you got to be able to show up in every space in the appropriate way.
Okay, we took our time. I need to. I'm gonna make me a 10 commandments list. Like I have.
Oh yeah, I stole Dr. Lawrence 10 commandments. I'm gonna give her credit though, Dr. Lawrence.
But Dr. Lawrence, thank you. So I'm gonna steal that. I have like this long list of qualities that I want in my person. I remember I showed this guy I was talking to, and he was like, "You want a lot." I'm not settling ever again. I settled before. I didn't realize I was settling, but now I can say I settled, And so it's like I am just learning truly who I am, what I like, don't like, what I will and won't tolerate. And thank God for healing, because that wasn't fun.
No.
I do know I don't like to cook, so I don't want to cook, Angie.
No. Then don't cook, but then get that understanding by date 3.
Yeah.
Right?
You said date 3?
Yeah, because once we get to date 5, we starting to lock in. Like if you know you're a person who lock in quick, right? So if you don't meet my 5 questions, I'm not even going to continue a conversation. We're not going to even meet. We're not going on a date or anything until I ask those 5 questions, because I'm going to start we spend 10 minutes on the phone. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm starting to pick up your vibe, pick up your inner. No. Let me ask you these 5 questions right out the gate, because I don't owe you anything at this point.
Yep.
I don't owe you anything but a real answer. Right? Oh, no, I don't think we go work. That's all I owe you. Or, yeah, okay, you answer those 5, right? Like, my very first question is, do you believe in God? My second one is, do you go to church? Because I go to church regularly, and I want you to go with me. And if you don't go to church,
that's a problem.
That's going to be a problem. So if you can't get past 1 and 2, I owe you nothing but, okay, see you later.
Yep. They don't like it when you do that.
Well, we don't like to do it because then we start making excuses. Well, he is this. That's when once we start rationalizing.
Yep.
But if we go to the first 2 questions and they don't make it past the first 2, it's no rationalizations. So I either know you're going to be a friend and only a friend, or you're going to be nothing at all.
Yeah. I prefer to nothing at all.
I prefer to nothing at all, too.
Yeah. So I got this text that I sent out.
Is it copy and pasted?
Yes. So when I was doing the online dating, my friends, like the girls I hang with on a regular basis, they like, Bobby, you just stop. They like, quit doing that. But I had this text that I copy and paste. Like, if I don't want to go, like some women.
I love it. That's logic.
They want to go out to eat. You ain't got to take me out to eat. Let me hear how you think. This one dude was like, can you come pick me up? I said, bruh, what did you just ask me? He's like, all of them want to marry me. I'm like, bro, you only talked to me on the phone one time.
And why you want to marry me so fast?
Because he was a narcissist. But this is what, that's my favorite word.
Yes.
But this dude, like, come pick me up. And I'm like, he didn't know I used to be a drunk driving probation officer. So I'm like, oh, why don't you have a car? Why don't you have a license? And I said, so you're on probation override? Girl, I'm like, okay, bye. Get off the phone. Girl, I sent him that text.
I like the text though. I do, because so we we as women, we real emotional. We don't think logically, not like that for real. So if we gotta tap into a logical space to weed out what we don't want, then let it be real mechanical. Like, oh no, I ain't gotta even put no thought into it. I like the text. Girl, send me the text so I can
Okay,
use
I'll
it.
send you the text. And then it was this other guy. He said that he would call his baby mama just to get a rise out of her.
Oh no.
That was a major red flag. In my head, I'm like, did he hear himself talking to me?
Like, so you
He
just
got a
want to
text
upset
too.
this woman, like.
He wanted to upset the woman, so he got the text too.
Absolutely, because what you do to her,
You gonna do to
who
me.
you made whole humans with.
Yep.
You know, we have this idea in our head that he's gonna be different for us.
Oh no.
You made a whole human with this person, and now I have a different No.
And you showed me that you are petty. You are abusive. Like you don't. But see, that's the thing. A lot of women want to be so quick to go. Well, he paid for my date. I could buy my own damn food.
Right.
Or he bought me this. I'm buying my own fucking purse.
And that's why we got to get to the point where we are who we are.
Yep.
I know what I like.
Yep.
I know what I don't like. But until you can, and then can I fulfill what I like? And can I fulfill what I don't like? Am I a screamer? I had to come to the realization, like, I get loud when I get mad. Like, and it don't even be consciously, like, we loud anyway as a family loud. But then it don't be conscious, like, I don't even realize I done went up like 10 octaves because you're making me angry and you still sitting there chill. And then I want to get offended because now you got to get up 10 octaves to beat my 10. No, like, you got to, it's all got to balance out. And so if I can't realize, okay, you're loud. And if I can't come to the understanding of that, then I probably don't need to be with nobody. But we lonely so much. Like, why are we so lonely as a people? Like,
Well, see, I always say the lonelies equal long lives. That's gonna lead you to being lost.
Yes.
So that right there, the lonelies. I think if really on the healing journey, I can speak for myself on the healing journey. The lonelies were there like maybe during the first year and a half. Then the further I got along and changed the kind of therapy I was doing, which was it EMDR, whatever it is that wonderful. And so it's like now it's like I feel fulfilled in just me and my life. So I love just not taking care of nobody. I like to come, go, do what I want to do, all that kind of stuff. But the lonelies is a lot of times why people go
right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
we got 5 more minutes to talk.
Okay, that went quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the lonelies is a dangerous place to sit in because we end up sitting in that space and we end up trying to fill it so fast.
Yep.
When the lonelies is the best place to be.
Yep.
Because that's when you really get to know why am I so unfulfilled? And then to be lonely and have children is weird, is odd to me now.
Yeah.
Because you really shouldn't be unfulfilled when you have children. Because call them and take them to lunch. Like, stop looking for a man to fill every void.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then and what I did find when I found myself lonely, it was because I was bored. I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do. So even when I have moments of like, oh, I feel like I'm by myself, I'll be like, girl, go do some case notes and stop playing. Like, you got a week's worth, stop playing.
Focus.
Go finish writing that little chapter of that book. Like, go do something.
Yes.
Go pray. Try that. Go pray.
Yeah.
Go figure out your next fast. Like, stop sitting around waiting on a human to show up.
Yeah. And that right there is like, so many people settle because waiting for another human to fill that void and be there happy. Happy comes from the inside.
Yes.
If you're not happy with yourself, ain't nobody you ever gonna get with gonna make you happy or fulfill you. So that's a biggie.
One of the things I've realized I needed to find was peace and joy. Like, one of my clients was like, you don't want me to be happy. And I was like, I really don't care if you're happy. I don't. Like, I really don't. Because happiness is fleeting. It's an emotion, just like any other emotion. We're going to feel happy one minute. The next minute, we're going to feel unhappy. I can feel happy, sad, and miserable and back to happy all in a 15-minute time frame, depending on the day and what is happening within my body, right? And depending on what somebody does for me. But peace and joy are something that is sustainable because it's a gift from our greater, like, it's a gift from God. It's a gift from something that I can't even give myself joy and peace. I have to tap into something greater than me. Girl, now I'll be at work and them clients be going crazy and I'll be like, you finished? Because that's peace. That's like, or I can talk to somebody and they say something crazy to me. It don't even bring a rise to me no more. People be like, you just don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's that I realize you are not coming from a healthy space.
Yep.
And because I still care, and the right person on the right day can make my heat boil just a little bit, but I'm gonna recognize that feeling within my body and say, okay, I can feel this heat rising in my neck. Let me calm down and deal with you where you are.
Yep. But that's healing.
It is. You're right.
Yeah. And when you heal, it's like you snuff out the ego. Because a lot of times when we respond to other people's bitterness and unhappiness, we operating from ego and our wounding. And so you heal when you reacting differently.
Exactly.
So that right there, if y'all didn't know, somebody triggering you and you totally do something different and you question if you healing or not, you healing. But I like how you said healing, because we're never going to be 100% healed. No. Somebody said that today. He was like, I'm healed. Like, I talked to the child and the child, like, yeah, I'm not healed. And then the other person was like, I'm healed. I said, no, you're not. I said, just you saying that, let me know you're not. Exactly. Yeah.
And I like how kids always display the proper emotion. We don't like the emotion, but it's always the proper emotion. As a kid be like, nah, I still don't like it.
Yep.
And we like, you better like it. No. It's okay not to like it.
Yep.
Stop making these kids like stuff that they don't like.
Yeah. Well, that's because the world, like, they're still in their innocence. Unless, like, the world something really crushed their spirit, they're operating as their authentic self.
Yes.
What they say, from the mouth of babes come the truth.
Exactly.
That's the truth. Sometimes we got to grin and bear it.
But I like their truth. And I like the idea that they can speak their truth. And so I now operate in my truth. Like I live on, if it does not offend God or physically harm another person, I'm going to do what I want to do.
I like that.
And that is, I got that years ago from a therapist. And that's been my life's motto ever since. Because I'm going to try my hardest not to offend God. And I'm not going to harm nobody physically. But I might hurt your feelings. And that's okay. Because sometimes it's going to take me telling you the truth and your feelings being a little bit hurt to move to a healthier space.
Yeah, go and reflect on that, sir. No.
Right?
Go look at that. No.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Somebody, Who is somebody calling back to back to back to back? Who is
They
that?
trying to get in.
Yeah. Um. Who? Who is that? Hold on.
We put our headphones on.
Hello.
Hello, Bobby.
Oh,
Hello.
that is my nephew. Jalen, honey, I'm on the air. I have to talk to you later. That's my nephew. Hold on. Hey, I'm gonna have to call you back, honey. I'm on the air. I'm gonna call you right
On the-
after, okay?
All right, call me when you're free.
All right, bye bye. Okay.
That's exactly why I left my phone
Oh,
on.
he's calling back to back to back to back. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Do we have any questions? Guys, if anybody got any questions or comments, we're going to open the phone lines up. Let me see if I get any questions. Not yet. Okay. So, because time about to fly by on us, can you share your website, website, all your contact information for the audience?
Sure. So my email is avfleming@completehealing.com, and it's A Fleming @completehealing.com. My website is avfleming.com, and then my therapist website is completehealingllc.com. And you can reach at my office number of 248-574-4328. And so that's how you reach me.
Okay. So guys, I highly recommend her as a therapist. She is very well, I'm gonna say spiritually, mentally, she's all there to help you. I highly recommend her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So I wanted to touch on this, go back to this when, so first marriage, did you think you were healed? Like, at what point did you think you were healed enough? Like, what made you think you were healed enough to go into marriage too?
Because marriage too didn't trigger me until I was in marriage too.
Okay.
Like in the beginning, it wasn't a lot of triggers. Even though if I operated from the same stance of being equally yoked that I operate from now, and I stood by what I knew to stand by, I wouldn't have ever entered married to. Right? But operating out of my wounding, as you say, I love that term, out of my wound, I'm still in it. I operated out of my wounding.
So did you say, okay, because I've learned this, it's like, we'll have our time where we have to be by ourselves to heal certain things. And in order to be prepared and actually ready for a relationship, we have to be in relationship. And so you said you got in that relationship and that like, woo, ripped the Band-Aid off, like, oh, it's still
But it wasn't
here.
until we was in the same house together.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so it wasn't until we was dating, it wasn't a lot of triggers there. Not for real. But I was in a wounded space because a lot of other things in my life had literally slapped me in the face. And so he was my rescue place. Like, I was running from this space into that space. So I was literally operating from a wounded space.
So when y'all moved in together, was it like, did he change?
He did not change. I can't even say he changed. There were some things about him that he conformed to.
Okay.
Right? Because it was some things that I required that he conformed to. So, for example, he didn't smoke weed anymore. Well, shortly after, you started back smoking weed. Well, the truth of the matter is, I should have never entertained weed smoke when I'm not a weed smoker.
Yes. I just said that.
Right? So if I'm not a person who does that, but then we got to go all the way back. I should have never entertained anything because I'm a Christian girl. This is what I do. I teach women how to do this. So I should have never been in the entertaining space in the first place. So I can't even be mad at him for anything he did because I should have never been in that space.
I like that you said that because it takes being intentional to really, and that's how I operate now. I didn't then. Intentionality is a biggie, and a lot of times, just being spiritual and doing a Christian walk. I'm gonna say some churches have like the singles group or whatever. People get involved in them groups. They be mingling and singling, and so it's like that's totally totally going against what we're supposed to be doing anyway. And if we really truly are on our walk, like you said, we wouldn't be entertaining. It'd be like the old days, you courting sitting on the porch. Drinking
Really, though,
lemonade.
that's really what it should be, though. Because dating, we have moved dating to Netflix and chill,
Yeah.
right? And that's how we end up in situations
Yep.
that we're not supposed to be in. No, you're not. Why you need to come to my house? No, dating is outside.
Yeah.
Go be outside.
Because that is not a date.
It's not a date.
That's not a date.
It's not. And really, you got to take it back outside. You got to actually be in a dating space. Like, so again, we move so fast with physical touch.
Yep.
And we start introducing things that we should not even be introducing so early. Then that's how we end up in these situations.
And that's how you attached. We're so attached.
But and never have a conversation about the relationship. Never have a conversation about what you really want, what each of you are actually looking for. Never have a real life get an understanding. Because now we attached. We tapping these soul ties. We are lusting and we calling it love.
Yep.
So I never. That's on me. Because I'm the Christian, right? I'm the person who has the morals, the understanding, and not that he's immoral. Don't take that and say, oh, he's immoral. No, we're not gonna say that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm the person who did the studies. I teach the class. He's never professed to be that person. I'm that person, so I can't get mad at him for the things I now have opened up the door to accept.
Did you think that you could change him at all?
I did. Oh yeah, I thought if I love him and do these things, but I gotta trust you are who you tell me you are.
Yep. Yeah. That's right there. My best friend always says, walk like a duck, talk like a duck, it's a duck. Why are you mad at a duck for being a duck?
Exactly, though. But we get mad at a duck for being a duck all the time.
Yep.
And I had to own, no, you told me who you was. You are who you are. Now there's some things, of course, like but I can only change me and I can only deal with me.
Yep.
So I no longer look at them and say, you did this to me. Because it gets nothing nowhere.
Yep.
No, you was a duck.
Yeah. But I wanted a duck.
I wanted a chicken. Like, I picked duck. Like,
I was going to change you to a chicken.
I was going to change you into a chicken. Like, I thought you was going to start clucking instead of quacking, you know? But that's our stuff.
Yep.
And so, like you said, operating out of our own wounding.
Yep.
That's our stuff. You know, so one of the things I learned was I use the analogy of a banana all the time when I'm talking to my clients. If I don't like bananas, but I like banana pudding without bananas in it. I like banana bread. So I'm taking the banana and changing the banana from its organic source. Like, I can't take the banana and change it from its organic source and then say, oh, I like bananas now because I like banana bread. No, I like an aversion of a banana.
Yep.
I can't, but it's always going to organically go back
To being a banana.
to being a banana.
That's a good one.
So if I don't like bananas, I probably should really evaluate, I'm looking at a banana who's telling me it's a banana. It has all the attributes of a banana, but I'll take it and put it in some bread and be like, okay, I like you now. No, I still don't like bananas. I just like banana bread with the sugar, the flour, the nuts, all the stuff
I
that
gotta
added
change
to it.
it and fix it up.
And fix it up
Yeah.
and make it into something I like. Well, then that's not what you like.
Yeah.
So go back to do what you like and stop picking bananas.
And that's the thing too. is get the person as they are. The way they are, can I deal with how they are today in front of me for the rest of my life?
Exactly. Because it's always going to be a banana.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like bananas.
At all. I don't like them in smoothies.
Oh God. I like banana flavor. I just told my son this. I said I like lemons, but I don't like any lemon flavored candies, cookies. I don't like none of that.
But you like the organic of a lemon.
Yeah.
So you organically like lemons. So go get you a lemon and stop trying to make it other stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna steal that banana one from me there.
There you go.
But yeah, we have no questions yet. Okay. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to find out, like, because that's how it was for me. I thought, well, I'm gonna say somebody I was dating, not marriage. For me, it was my first marriage. I was told not to marry this person. When somebody mama tell you not to marry their son and you do it anyway, that's what you get.
I was told by my mom not to marry either one of my husbands. If we're being honest, like because I don't care what nobody think about me. You know, I be like judging mom all the time. So I was told by my mother not to marry either one of my husbands. Because she attributed to the fact that we were not equally yoked. And she saw things that I didn't see. But in my wounding, I was like, I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, I got myself in some situations doing what I want to do. So.
Because we want what we want, how we want it, when we want it.
When we want it. And I liked banana bread. But, you know, we got to move past this idea that we don't need the influence of our mothers at a certain age. Or we don't need the influence. Like, it's a lot of things in life I would never have if it wasn't for that influence. And so, you know, and people be trying to make you feel guilty, like, well, she controlling you. No.
She know what's best.
She been here. She done that.
Yep.
And even when I get here and I do it for as long as she did it, she's still doing it longer than me. So no, you gotta trust that sometimes we probably should just bite the bullet and listen to our parents.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna say not all mamas are good judgment of characters, but most mamas are good judgments of character.
Exactly.
And I'm like you, I didn't listen to my mother for so many things, and I got what I got, and I didn't listen to other mothers like I was supposed to. But yeah, mine was the first one. I was just young and I don't know. I was young and dumb. The second one, I still had on my love goggles from who the person was back then. See, but he and I had a base of friendship.
So familiarity.
Yeah. So it was okay. I looked past a lot of red flags. Like they were glaring in my face because I was in my wounding and I want what I want. I want what I want. But the difference, in that relationship, I healed within that relationship, and the more I healed, the more he became unhinged. And so, but I was so connected to Christ that he moved things and did things and allowed, stuff happened to where I had to, and I keep talking about this lady, be battle tested and to do what I'm doing today.
Right.
So I don't regret any of it.
Oh yeah, no, I think we have to. Some things we put upon ourselves, but I believe God allows us to do those things to get us to a space where we stop listening to ourselves and we literally tap into what He has to say and trust Him in all things. And when He say no, even though it may be hard to accept that no, and even accept that no from the person that it's coming from, but we gotta accept that no. And that's even in like careers and in, how many jobs have we chosen? Because I really want this job, and get on that job and be like, Lord, now you knew this job wasn't for me. And then we want to act like God didn't tell us that job wasn't for us, but we was looking at the income,
Yep.
right? Or we were looking at, oh, this is gonna give me this, and this is gonna, and God
Yep.
like, nope, I told you to go start your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I would provide, and now here you are, sitting in this mess. But I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna clean it up for you one more time.
Yep. Well, that's it.
But stop the foolishness, right?
Yes, yes.
And so, I mean, it's we gotta look at all of these areas and how we choose our jobs, how we choose our spouses,
Yep.
how we choose how we operate in our physical health, our mental health.
Yep.
All of that is directly connected. And so now I don't choose a job. I ain't choosing a spouse. If God say sit still for 5 years and just do you, I'm gonna have to roll with that because I can't. I'm too big age now.
Yeah, I like that. Too big age. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm yeah. Too big
Yeah.
age. Okay, what time is it? Oh, oops, it's 8:01. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so we did not have any questions.
Okay.
Okay, but no, this was a good talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good talk. Guys, real quick before we end, first I want to say good talk and thank you so much for being vulnerable and just being transparent. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And sharing your wisdom. I like your 10 commandments. I really do like that. And I'll send you the text message.
Yes, I need that message.
I'll send you that. So once again, real quick, share your information one more time. Do you mind pulling that up? Thank you.
All right, so it's A Fleming at CompleteHealingLLC.com. avfleming.com is the website. And then CompleteHealingLLC.com is for the therapy. And my office number is 248-574-4328. And I appreciate you for having me here. I appreciate this opportunity. And you know, you're my sister, so.
Yes. So guys, and actually I'm gonna ask you to come back again because we can just do some educational stuff too.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I really I want you to share your more relationship expertise.
Sure.
So y'all gonna be in for a treat for that too. So. All right, so real quick, and then I'm going to let you guys go. So ways to help the channel, guys. Like, love social media pages. That's Facebook, YouTube. I have TikTok and Instagram, all Life Essentials Self Healer's Journey podcast. Subscribe to YouTube. Follow me on Life Essentials, the Facebook. Follow me there on TikTok and Instagram. Share the page with others. Share. Please share. And then comment, like uplift somebody else in the comments. You can comment when we're doing the questions section. That's what we're here for, to help uplift each other. So just comment. And then you can financially support the channel if you find it the kindness in your heart to do that. The proceeds from any donations go towards funding Winning Touch Advocacy Agency, resources to help support victims of domestic violence and intimate partner violence safely start their healing journey. It also helps fund the weekly podcast. So guys, you can do any of those. And then I would like you guys to join me next Thursday, June the 13th at 7 p.m. with my special guest, Miss Tracy Raspberry, and we are going to talk about peace, unpacking and deep diving more into codependency and healing, that healing journey from being codependent. So I hope you guys can join me next week. And Angie, let's tell everybody good night. So good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.